So the Championship football takes a back seat over in England for the next few days as focus switches to the Carabao Cup. But come Friday, all eyes will be back on England's second tier, and I got my predictions coming at you. They're live, and they are next. Roll VT! That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. This time we're taking a look at match day number 9 out in the Championship, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Championship related, Blackburn Rovers related, whoa, football we've got all here under one roof ski. Now, before we get into the thick of things and jump in with the reveal of how we got on last week, just to let you know that I'll be doing my very own career mode live FIFA 20. No, it's not going to be live. FIFA 20 on the channel. It all kicks off tomorrow. That's the official launch day of the game. So episode 1 will be live tomorrow on the channel. Come check it out. See you then. I won't be live, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Anyway, folks, so we are here to talk about the Championship. And we're going to take a look at match day number 8 before we get into match day number 9. So far, it's just you and me. When I say you and me, it's just me. So let's get going and take a little look at how we got on last weekend. Harley Bardo in the house. Well. Thank heavens for that. We have company. I wasn't talking to myself. I was talking to Harley. He's right there. So let's take a look at how we got on last time out. Leeds United and Derby duked it out for a 1-1 draw. For me, I actually called a 3-0 victory for Leeds. So I got that one. It was the lastminute.com goal as well for Derby to salvage a valuable away point. Preston did take on Birmingham over at St Andrews, and they picked up a 1-0 win as well. 2-1 for me for Birmingham. So I got that one wrong as well. I did pretty shitty this weekend in the Championship. I think a lot of us did pretty shitty. But we'll see how you guys got on in a second. Brentford and Stoke duked out to a 0-0 draw. I actually saw this as a victory for Brentford. So again, got that one wrong. Bristol City managed to hold pace setters, or one of the pace setters, Swansea City 0-0 at home. I actually saw it as a 2-1 victory for Bristol City. Next up, we have Cardiff up against Middlesbrough. That end up 1-0 for Cardiff. I actually saw this as a 1-1 draw. So again, as you can see, absolutely nothing right so far. Luton Town lost at home to Hull City. I actually saw Luton picking up a victory as well. Hello, Zane. Welcome to the madhouse that is this show here. Millwall did take on QPR over at the Den. 2-1 victory for QPR. I actually saw Millwall get a victory as well. 1-0, so not too great either. Forest did pick up a victory over Barnsley. 1-0 at the City ground. I actually called a 2-0 victory. So I got that one not bad on it. Not too shabby there. Reading took on Blackburn Rovers, of course. The mighty blue and white picking up a victory as well. It was a spectacular goal, Harley. Well done. Well mentioned. It must be in the mix for goal of the month, surely. Rovers picking up a 2-1 win. I got this one bang on point, boys. I got it bang on point. Sheffield Wednesday duked out to a 1-1 draw with Fulham. Obviously under new management from Mr. Monk. Unbeaten start so far. I actually saw this as a 2-1 win for Sheffield Wednesday. Ran into the final 2 there. Wigan did take on Charlton. 2-0 final score. Home victory for Wigan. I actually saw this as a 3-1 victory for Wigan, so not too bad. And West Brom did take on Huddersfield. Goals galore in this one. 6 goals in it. 3 for me. I did see the victory, and yes. Yeah, Che Dunkley causing all kinds of problems, scoring goals as well. 2 goals on the day to take home all 3 points and burst the bubble a little bit of Charlton. So anyway, just want to say hello to the guys that are watching here. It looks like it's going to be a quiet show, just you and I. Just bear with me. I'm going to pump out a couple of little tweets and things like that, and maybe drive a couple more eyes over here. So just stand by while we are thinking, or while I'm doing this. Just think about the predictions yourself. Get ready with them. Think about what you're going to put in the comments so we can see your predictions live. If you've not met each other yet, say hello to each other as well. Just pumping out a couple of messages on Facebook just to see if that draws anyone else over here. But anyway, let's get going and take a little look at what the table looks like. In fact, before that, we're going to look how you guys got on. I did okay. Not shitty, not brilliant. Straight down the middle. I think I got 4, so I just squeaked in. This is the grading criteria if you are participating in the comment section. Down below. 0 to 3 gets you the red face. 4 to 6 gets you the straight face. 7+ gets you the big fat thumbs up. So let's take a look at how else everybody got on last weekend with these games that are just hot off the press. So Theo Cobb did all right for himself. Not too bad. Billy Spencer, I think he was one of only a couple that got the big fat thumbs up. So congrats. We've got to give Billy Spencer a round of applause. Hello, Liam. Welcome to the madhouse. Jordan Monaghan did okay for himself. Adam Celtic, not too shabby as well. Lewis Asher, one of the red-faced gang. Josh Tomlinson in the house. Welcome. Matty 10 did all right. Charlie Price, not too shabby. Yannick Bustler, terrible. David Gamers, not great. Well, not too bad either. Russell Frost had a nightmare weekend. I saw his predictions across the board over in Europe as well. Not too good. Noco Drinker, not too shabby as well. James Matten, also in the Straight Face Gang. We Are QPR, not too bad. And Victor Fisher did okay for himself. And that is it. That completes the set of all the predictions for this video. Obviously, we did have a load of them on the comments live last time out. That's why I try to encourage you guys to participate live, but make sure you stick them in the chat down below so I can feature them next week. So, yeah. By all means, join in today. I love seeing what you guys got live, just like I do. But make sure you stick them in the chat section down below, comment section, so we can put them in there next week. Anyway, this is what the table looks like as it stands. Leeds and Swansea duking it out for 17 points between them. Just the one defeat between the two. Well, just one defeat each for two sides. Preston hot on the heels, though, as are the Baggies. And QPR doing absolute bits right now. Nottingham Forest and Bristol City not too far off of it. Who's in top 10? The Rovers. We are one win away from third spot in the table. Bit by bit, slowly but slowly, we'll get there, I think, maybe. We did sign Lewis Holtby this week, so that was an absolute barnstorming signing. Down the bottom, though, Huddersfield and Stoke cannot get themselves out of this drop zone. They are still at least 6 points clear for Huddersfield, 6 point adrift, should I say. Stoke, 5 points adrift as well. Can they get their act together? My Facebook, the best way to say is if you look in the description, in this video, in this live stream, there should be a link in there. I don't know it off the top of my head. I think it's like /Rovers or Blackburn Rovers. Anyway, let's take a look now, folks, and take a little look at this week's action. This is where you guys can jump in and participate with your own predictions for the stream here. So let's get going and take a little look at the Friday night games. Obviously, Carabao Cup matches this week. I'm not predicting those. I need a couple of days off to kind of get myself prepped and ready for these bad boys. So we're going to take a look at the Friday night games, and that will be first and foremost Fulham up against Wigan. Now, the record between these two sides is, while I'm regurgitating the data and the stats and the analysis, get your predictions in the chat so we know what you think, and then we'll mention them and see what everyone else thinks will happen in these games. So Fulham against Wigan, get them in there, boys and girls, so I can have a little look at them. So Fulham up against Wigan, what we got? The record between these two sides is pretty well. It's 19 wins for Fulham over the years, 10 victories for Wigan, 17 draws amongst them. They come into this, though, the previous recent record between the two sides is 4 draws and 2 victories for Fulham. So Wigan go into this at least 6 games without a win against Fulham. Now, the bookmakers see this as a stone cold victory for Fulham, 100-47, 7-2 the draw, and 11-2 for the Wigan victory. Have we got any predictions in the house? What do you think? West Brom latest squeezes it in there with a 2-1 win for Fulham. Liam Scott goes in with a 3-0 win for Fulham. Ben Bamber is also in there with a 3-0 victory for the Cottagers as well. Anyone else want to chuck in their predictions while I still have you before revealing my barnstorming prediction for this one? Josh Tomlinson's going also with a 2-0 win for the Fulham Bad Boys, and that could project them up the table up to as high as, where could they shoot them up to? It could shoot them as high as 6th in the table. I'm actually going to go with a 2-0 win myself, joining Josh with his 2-0 prediction as well. The second game, 2 games going on this Friday, taking place, is Stoke up against Nottingham Forest. Stoke come into this obviously in 23rd spot. Forest, though, in 6th spot. Potentially, they could go top of the table if they were to win this match. Liam Martin's joining us, so is Harley Bardot. 2-1 victory for Fulham for Harley, and 2-0 win for Fulham by Liam Martin. So hello. So the record over the years between these two sides, Stoke and Nottingham Forest, look a bit like this, folks, if I can get there. 44 victories for Nottingham Forest, 31 for Stoke, 31 draws over the years. The recent record, though, the past 6 games in all competitions and all grounds, looks a bit like this. 2 victories for Forest, 1 victory for Stoke, 3 draws down the middle. The last time that Stoke picked up this victory was last season, and it was at the Bet365. It was a 2-0 win as well. We have a couple of predictions in the house. Before I get there, I'll let you know what the bookmakers think. The bookmakers go 13-10 for Stoke for the victory, 9-4 Forest. It is very, very fine margins between the two. 9-4 the draw. We do have a couple predictions in the house. I'll wait for some more before we plough through them all. The recent record, let's have a look at the recent record between Stoke and Forest over at the Bet365. They've only met 4 times over the years, and Nottingham Forest have yet to take a victory. So that's something. That's a bit of food for thought for you. Predictions in the house. Omain next is going with a 2-0 win for Forest. Liam Scott's also going for the away team, 3-1 victory. Ben Bamber is also joining Forest, 2-1 as well. West Brom latest thinks Stoke will get a victory. Finally, 2-1 victory for Stoke. Josh Tomlinson cannot separate the two sides. He's going with a 1-1 draw, as does Harley Bardot. For me, though, I also think Stoke will finally get up and running and get the victory. It's coming. It's coming. It's been tedious. I think they'll get it this time out. It's Friday night. I think it might even be under the Sky cameras. It's a chance for them to showcase their skills and attributes and maybe, just maybe, get themselves up and running. I think they're in a better shape, obviously they are mathematically in the table, than Huddersfield. But I think, to be honest with you, if this does go the way of Forest, we could be seeing another managerial casualty very, very soon. So into Saturday's games, and the early kickoff is a bit of a fruity one. It is QPR up against West Brom over at whatever. They've renamed the stadium at QPR, and forgive me, I don't know the name of it off the top of my head. So the recent record between these two sides, though, QPR against West Brom, is, what do we got here? 16 victories for QPR, 20 victories for West Brom, and 20 draws over the years. Well, hello, thank you very much for the love, Jay Metcalf. I love you guys too, especially when you guys show up for the live shows. I do appreciate it. So get your predictions in for QPR versus West Brom. Thank you, Josh. Love it, love it, love it. Ben Bamber's first in the house with his prediction. So let's take a look at the bookies, what the bookies think about this potential fixture here. QPR 8-5, West Brom 13-8, 5-2, the draw. The table does show very, very fine margins between these two sides. It is 4th place, West Brom on 16 points. 5th place, QPR, 16 points. QPR come into this 4 wins on the spin, boys and girls. 4 wins on the spin. West Brom unbeaten. The only unbeaten team left in the division. And they are going to QPR. The recent record between these two sides is 3 victories for QPR, 2 victories for West Brom, 1 draw over the years. And the last 6 encounters over at QPR's venue, it's all square. 2 wins for QPR, 2 draws for the two sides, and 2 wins for West Brom. We got some predictions in the house. Ben Bamber's going with 3-2 victory for QPR. Harley Bardot's siding with the Rangers as well, as is Omain next. Liam Scott, those going with the Baggies. Jay Metcalf looks like he's going for the Baggies. West Brom latest, he's going for QPR. Not. He's going for the Albion, of course. 3-1 victory. And Josh Tomlinson also with a Baggies win. For me, I also see it as going in the way of the Baggies maintaining their unbeaten start to the campaign. And that, my friends, would push them, as it stands, it's because it's the early kickoff. I think that'll push them top of the pops, boys. That'll push them top of the points with 19 points. Doesn't matter what goes on in the games on Friday. If the results stand like this, West Brom will be top of the league. Next up, we do have the game of the weekend. It's Rovers up against Luton Town, boys and girls. And you can catch me live on Twitch doing the Blackburn Rovers Seas watch along, as I did the past 2 weekends. And so far, whenever I've done it, we've won a stinking game, boys and girls. So we're going to try and make it a three-peat for the season as we take on Luton. The link to my Twitch platform is in the old description down below. If not, it's whatever it is, twitch.tv/Roverseas. Get over there while I still have your attention and smash the follow and join me live on Saturdays if you're stuck for something to do. I'll bring you up to date with everything else going on the channel. Yes, let's get some predictions. Jay Metcalf's in there, and he's going with a win for Rovers. Let's break down this game a little bit before we take a look at some more predictions in the house. Now, it's been a while since we played Luton Town. The record goes 12 victories for Rovers, 15 victories for Luton Town. That's when they used to dominate a little bit in the game. 12 draws over the years. Now, the last time that these two sides met was all the way back in 2007 as an FA Cup victory for Rovers. 4-0. 4-0. Goal scorers on the day, just in case you're wondering. Matty Derbyshire got himself 2. Benny McCarthy got 1. And Morton Gamps Pedersen got himself a tasty wee number. The bookmakers go and see this as a favourite for Rovers. 100-78 on. 29-10 the draw. 17-5 for Luton. What do we got in the house here? Obviously, Jay Metcalf's going with Rovers. Liam Scott also joining the Mowbray gang here. West Brom latest, he's going 4-0. Oh, I'd love to see a 4-0, especially on the Twitch. That'd be great. Matty 10 going 2-0 Rovers. Josh Tomlinson with a 4-0 Rovers. Harley Bardot's going goals galore. 5 goals in it. I don't know if my heart can take it, especially live on Twitch. 3-2 win for Rovers. In the end, what have I got for you? Well, I hate predicting Rovers, but I am actually going to go with a 3-0 win for Rovers, and that should be bits. And that could potentially send Rovers, where are we in the table? 10th spot, potentially as high as 3rd. Obviously, the other games going on, it probably won't happen, but hey, that'd be playoff talk, early playoff talk, and maybe we'll catch Lewis Holtby. While I still have you guys on here, and I've got your undivided attention, if you're a Rovers fan or a Luton fan and you want to get involved with this game, I'm looking for a fan to come on Skype, chat about the game, answer a few questions, get in touch with me in the comment section, on the chat, wherever. please. And I've got a couple potentially lined up, but they're a bit shaky, and I'm not too sure they're going to come through and deliver. So if you are interested, get in touch with me, please. Moving forward, Charlton up against Leeds. Now, previously, before the international break, these two teams were dominating the top of the table. Currently, Leeds are number 1 on goal difference ahead of Swansea. Charlton coming to this in 8th spot, losing back-to-back games. So the wheels have come off a little bit for Charlton. They're going to start to free fall down this division, I suspect. But tremendous start for them. The record against Charlton is 19 victories for Charlton, 25 for Leeds, 11 draws over the years. What else have I got for you? The bookmakers see this as a victory for Leeds, 2-1 on for Leeds, 11-2 for Charlton at home, 10-3 the draw. The recent record over the years. Going through all kinds of divisions here, especially the Championship. The recent record goes in favour of Charlton, actually. 3 victories out of the past 6, 2 draws, and only 1 victory for Leeds. And that victory for Leeds is all the way back in 2013. It was a 4-2 victory for them bad boys. What we got in the house? Josh Thomason goes with a 2-0 win for Leeds. Harley Bardo with a 2-2 draw. Jay Metcalf's going with Leeds as well. Liam Scott's going big on Leeds as well. 4-1. Matty 10, 2-1 Leeds. Come on, you Reds. He says 2-1 in Leeds. So, predictions are there. Anyone else going in there? Mickey Ene's in there. He is a Charlton fan. He's going a bit cautious, though. He's going to go with a 2-2 draw, which would be a good result against one of the favourites and expectant Premier League chasers, Leeds. So that wouldn't be a bad result if that was to come out on top. Matty 10's also cheering on Charlton as well with a 2-1 victory. Okay. Sorry, I didn't see your first prediction. So he's scoring on Charlton as well. So we'll have to see what I'm going with on this bad boy. I'm actually going to go with a 2-1 victory for Leeds. As much as I want to see Charlton win, I think Leeds will take it because they are good. They are good at this football lark. But don't worry, they'll have a rough patch. It'll come. It always does. What have we got next for you? We do have Derby up against Birmingham City. Let's take a look at that bad boy now. The recent record between these two sides, Derby against Birmingham, is, what is it? 40 victories for Birmingham, 46 for Derby, 36 draws over the years. The bookmakers see this game 11-10 for Derby, 13-5. Sorry, Mickey. Sorry. Yeah, you are a baggy. You are a baggy fan. Sorry. What do I say? Derby 13-5 for the away victory for Birmingham, 12-5 for draw. What have we got in the house? Mickey Ennis playing catch up. Josh Thomason's got in there with his prediction. So I'm actually a quick breakdown of the recent 6 games between these two sides. If you look at the previous 6, they are 4 victories for Derby. This is all grounds and all competitions over the years. 4 victories for Derby, 2 draws, no Birmingham victories. You have to go a long way for the last victory for Birmingham. In fact, probably going all the way back to 2016, a 3-0 victory for Birmingham. What do we have in the house? We've got a 1-1 draw from Josh Thomason, 2-1 victory for Birmingham. Harley Bardo's gone with Derby, though, 3-0 victory. Matty 10's gone with a 1-1 draw. Jay Metcalf's gone with a 0-0 draw. And Mickey N.A., who is a baggy, 2-0 victory for Derby. Now, what have I got? Well, I'm actually going to go with I'm siding with a 2-0 victory for Derby. Why is that the case? Well, they're on the recent upturn. Obviously, they've had a bit of a shitty start to the season. Just the 1 victory so far. The recent record, though, 3 draws at the past 4 games up against Birmingham City, who've I don't know, they've had an indifferent start to the season. They did lose the last game, but before that, they had 2 wins on the spin. So we'll have to see if they can come out on top this time out. Huddersfield Town up against Millwall. Can they finally get themselves a victory this weekend? Huddersfield, they just can't buy one. But they might be able to turn the screw up against the Millwall side at home. The record between these two sides over the years, what do we got? Huddersfield, Millwall, 21 victories for Huddersfield, 18 victories for Millwall over the years, 6 draws. The bookmakers go on this one 27-20 for Huddersfield, 23-10 for Millwall, 21-10 the draw. So it is very fine margins. Obviously, morale is low over in Huddersfield. It doesn't matter what kind of manager you are. We have some predictions in the house. The recent record over the past 6 encounters, going all the way back to 2012, is mostly favourable for Huddersfield. 5 victories for them, 1 victory for Millwall. Millwall come into this game. Where are they in the table? They're actually in 16th spot. Haven't won a game in 5. So not great form for Millwall. As for Huddersfield, oh my goodness, losing 6 games on the spin. It's not great form. The bookmaker, or not the bookmakers, the house goes with a 1-1 draw, a 0-0 draw from J. Metcalf. No. Matty 10's first in the block with a 2-1 win for Millwall. Hardy Bardo's siding with Millwall as well. Josh Tomlinson goes with a 0-0 draw. Sam Brooks goes with a 0-0 draw. Liam Scott also with a 1-1 draw. J. Metcalf's going to go with a 1-0 win. Millwall were poor at Ewood. Mickey Enne's going with a 1-1 draw. Do I think we have a realistic chance of top 6? It's a question I'll save for the end. Mickey Enne, no, he says. I think 7th. Okay, so what I'm going with a 2-1 victory for Huddersfield. I think they'll get up and running here with a victory and finally turn the corner a little bit. I don't know. I'd like to see the Cowleys do pretty well, but, you know, they're a big-ish club for this division. Obviously, we've got Premier League money, Premier League players, paying Premier League wages as it stands. So they need to start turning the corner, and they need pretty soon. Jaden the Gengar's late to the house, but he joined the party with a 1-1 draw. Blumbo Tough goes with a 1-1 draw. Cracking name, that, Blumbo Tough. So, yes. What else we got? Hull City taking on Cardiff City. The battle of the cities here. What do we got for you on that one? We'll take a look in just a tickety-boo. Last minute predictions, 4-0 win for Hull. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. Matty 10 straight off the blocks. What we got? Hull City against Sheffield Wednesday. Hull City against Sheffield Wednesday. What we got? Is that right? Cardiff City, sorry. 21 victories for Cardiff, 24 victories for Hull, 20 draws over the years. The bookmakers see this as a 6-4 victory for Hull, 9-4 victory for Cardiff, 12-5 the draw. So it's fine margins, but the bookmakers are going with Hull on this one. The table, though, reads positive reading for Hull, I guess. 14th spot for them. 9 points so far. Unbeaten in 3 games for Hull. Cardiff just the 1 spot above them. 3 points difference, though. There is a bit of a divide already in the top half and the bottom half of the table. But Cardiff are in that top half. Maybe just. They are unbeaten in 5 games. But they've drawn 3 of those. What we got, the recent record between the two sides is 3 victories for Hull, 2 victories for Cardiff, 1 draw over the years. Now, the recent record over at the KCOM is also a bit lopsided. In fact, it's very even. 2 wins for Hull, 2 for Cardiff, 2 draws over the years. Now, what we got in the house, Matty 10's going Hull, 4-0 victory, Harley Bardot also siding with Hull. J. Metcalf, classic, Warnock with a 1-0 win. Sam Brooks is going with Hull. 2-1 victory for Josh Tomlin for Hull. Blumbo Tough's going 3-1 for Cardiff. Jaden the Gengar's going 2-1 victory for Cardiff. Liam Scott with a 1-0 win. Mickey Enne 2-2, both to miss out on the playoffs as well. Yeah, I don't think Hull have it in the tank this season. New manager, Cardiff won't do it either, I don't think. But for me, I'm going with a 2-0 win. Jaden Bowden with a double. Get back to goal scoring form for him. And that win, if that was to come true, that would shoot Hull potentially as high as 12th goal difference, depending. What else have we got for you? Middlesbrough against Sheffield Wednesday. It's the Monk reunion in some sort of avenue. Obviously, so far so good for Monk. Unbeaten in 2 games for him. The recent record between these two sides is 46 victories for Millwall, 47 victories for Sheffield Wednesday, and 18 draws. The bookmakers on the Monk reunion go 11-8 for Middlesbrough, 9-4 for Sheffield Wednesday, 21-10 for the draw. The position in the table, Middlesbrough are in 15th spot. Sheffield Wednesday are now into the top 10, 9th spot, and they are unbeaten in 2, like I said, under Watts' chops. As for Middlesbrough, though, just the 1 win in 4 games. It's not great. Recent record between the two sides over at the Riverside is, well, in fact, in all competitions, it's 4 victories for Borough, 1 victory for Wednesday, and 1 draw over the years. And the recent record over at the Riverside is 2 apiece. 2 draws, 2 wins, whatever. Whatever his name is. Jared Bowen. Whateve, I don't know. I'm only a rover. What we got? I've missed a few here, have I? No. We've got a couple of predictions in the house. Josh Tomlinson's going with a 2-1 win for Wednesday. Mickey Enne going with a 0-0 draw, a bore snore fest. Goals galore for Hardy Bardot, though. 7-goal thriller, 4-3 in favour of Borough. 3-2 victory for Wednesday for Liam Scott. Another 7-goal thriller for Matty 10, this time in favour of Wednesday, 4-3. Blumbo Tough's going with a 2-1 win for the Swedes. 2-1 victory over Borough. And Jaden the Gengar's going with a 2-2 draw as well. Cannot separate the two sides. And I'm going with a squeaky 1-0 win. Jonathan Woodgate doing bits, getting himself a bit of kudos over former manager at the club, Gary Monk, in the Monk reunion. So that win potentially could see Middlesbrough into 12th spot as well, pushed them up to 12 points. Sheffield Wednesday could be languishing in the mid-table. Next up, we're probably one of the second most exciting game, I think, of the week. It is Preston North End, who are 3rd, up against Bristol City, who are 7th. Just 1 point separate the two sides, but Both sides are at least unbeaten in 5 games. Bristol City, 6 games unbeaten for them. Preston have won 4 of the past 5 and draw the other one in the middle of that. Liam Scott, I don't know which one you're predicting. I don't know if you're predicting the previous game or predicting this game. We have the first official one, Jaden the Gengar with a 1-1 draw. The bookmakers see this. In fact, let's go look at the recent record over the years. Bristol City against Preston, 26 victories for Bristol City, 33 for North End, 30 the draw. The bookmakers see this tight game as 23-20 in favour of North End, 12-5 for Bristol City, 12-5 the draw. What have we got? The recent record over the years between the two sides. They've been both Championship clubs for a while, so there must be a few games. The recent 6 encounters over the years, going all the way back to 2016, is 5 victories for North End, 1 draw. So Bristol City going into this with at least the past 6 games without a win over North End. If you want to take a look at the last 6 encounters at Deepdale, it's even worse, going all the way back to 2013. 3 victories for North End, 3 draws as well. It looks like Preston North End have these boys in their pocket, boys and girls. So Jaden the Gengar's going with a 1-1 draw. Josh Tomlinson's going with a 3-0 win for the North End. Mickey Enne's gone 5-goal thriller in favour of Preston as well. Matty 10's gone 5-2 victory, 7-goal thriller for North End as well. Harley Bardot's going with a complete opposite with a 0-0 draw. Blumbo Tuff's gone completely wild with a 1-0 win for Bristol City. Liam Scott was predicting Preston North End, and what did he get? Was it a draw, I believe? Where were you? 2-2. He's looking for a 2-2 draw in his prediction, boys. As for me, I'm actually going to go and side with a 2-1 win for them, whatever we call them, the Nobbers North End, 2-1, and that could potentially as well have potential to send them top of the pops, boys and girls. Victory, yep, could send North End top of the table if they were to get a victory. A couple of last minute ones in there. Omen Next is in there with a 2-1 win for Bristol City. So yes, I'll take it, but I just think North End will have the edge. The form book suggests that as well. Into the final game on Saturday is Swansea up against Reading. We took them on last week. We came out on top with all 3 points. 33 victories for Reading over the years, 32 for Swansea, 14 draws over the years. Luna is in the house. She wants to make sure we get these predictions right. The bookmakers side with a victory for Swansea, 6-5 on at home, 17-5 the away win, 13-5 the draw. The recent record between these two sides, I'll give you that in just a second. I've got to find the game here. There it is. Swansea coming to this in second, obviously a chance to go top of the table as well. Reading coming to this on a bit of a slump, really, losing their 3 games on the spin. So they need to find a victory and fast. The recent record over the years in all grounds is heavily in favour of Swansea. 5 victories for the Swans, 1 draw over the years. In the last 6 encounters over at the Liberty, doesn't read much better. 3 victories for Swansea, 2 draws and 1 win for Reading. And that win is all the way back in 2007. And I believe it was in the League Cup. A 1-0 win back in 2007. What have we got in the house? Well, Jaden the Gengar's going straight in there with a 4-1 win for Swansea. Matty 10 with a 2-1 win for Reading. 2-0 win for Josh Tomlinson. Maybe I'll answer a few questions, Mickey. Go on then. I'll abide by it. What are we doing on time? We're doing okay on time. 3-1 win for Swansea. Liam Scott. Mickey Ennis gone with a 2-0 win as well. O'May next with a 3-0 win for Swansea. And Blumbo Tuff with a 1-0 win for the Swans as well. For me, I'm also sided with Swansea. Taking home all 3 points with 3 goals. 3-1 in the house. And then wrapping up match day number 9. It will be Barnsley up against Brentford. The Battle of the Bees. Blumbo Tuff, we got you. Quick look at the record here between the two sides. Barnsley against Brentford. 13 victories for Barnsley, 23 victories for Brentford, 21 draws over the years. The bookmakers have this one. Give me a second. I need to punch in a couple of numbers here. The bookmakers see this as a 13-5 victory for Barnsley, evens for Brentford. For Brentford are favourites for the victory, 27-10 for the draw. Quick look at the recent record over the years. It's actually in favour of Barnsley, 2 victories, 3 draws and 1 loss, or 1 victory for Brentford over the past 6 encounters. The last victory for Brentford is... Can't see it. I cannot see it. Oh, 3-1 victory all the way back in 2006. That's when these guys were playing in the 3rd tier, boys and girls. And the last 6 encounters over at Oakwell is also heavily more in favour of Barnsley with 2 wins, 3 draws and 1 win for Brentford. And that win goes all the way back in 2004. So we're looking at 15 years since Brentford took a victory over Barnsley. But they've not been playing each other for a while. Table also suggests Barnsley are in a bit of trouble. They are 22nd on the table. I haven't picked up a result since opening day. What else we got? And Brentford, though, on the flip side, where are they? They're also struggling. Just the one win out of 6. David Raya is laughing in his... No, he's not. No, he's not. He's choking. He's choking in his cereal right now as he swapped 9th place or 10th place Rovers for a bit of a relegation scrap, perhaps, in 17th spot. We've got some predictions in the house. We've got Jaden Agengard with a 3-1 win for Brentford. Justin Thompson's gone with a 2-0 win for Brentford as well. 2-2 draw. Matty 10. Mick Ienne's also gone with a 1-1 draw. Harley Bardot's gone with a 2-1 win for Brentford. 1-1 Liam Scott. 2-1 Oman next. And Blumbo Tuff's gone with a 2-2 draw. And for me, I'm actually going with 2-1 win for Barnsley. Oakwell can be a fortress. I think Brentford are, on a bit of a slump. They're going for a bit of a tough patch right here, right now. With obviously a bit of a revolution with Pontus Jansson, David Raya, and all the transfers they brought in the summer. They're finding it hard as it stands. And let's just say if, these results were to pan out the way they were, this is what the table will look like come the end of match day number 9. Leeds will be top, Swansea will be 2nd, North End will be 3rd, West Brom 4th, and guess who's in the playoffs, boys? Guess who's in the playoffs? With 16 points, Rovers will be in there, 5th of the table, QPR will be 6th, down the bottom will be Luton, Stoke, and Huddersfield. Pretty much as you were, really. But hey, this is just what I think will happen. Make sure you guys on the chat, as well as anyone watching the restream, stick your predictions in the comment section as well, so we can get them in a cluster and we can put them on the next episode of this, or the next stream. Now, speaking of the next stream, next week after this match day number 9, it's a double match week. So we're going to be probably doing the prediction show on Sunday, and it'll be late. It'll be maybe 10 o'clock UK time, something like that, because there's games going on Sunday. So we'll have to wait for the conclusion of that, and then we'll be on the thing. Also let you know that I'll be doing some predictions tomorrow for the Premier League. If you want to come and stop by, same time as this. And maybe, I think we do also doing Champions League predictions on Thursday. And again, same time as this, I think. So stand by for that bad boy. I'll take a question. If you've got any questions you want to fire at me, put them in the thing right now while I do the rest of my admin here. Also let you know that I'm on Twitch on Saturday. So far so good. Whenever we've done a live stream, caught Blackburn Rovers winning. So come by, say hello. We talk about football, bring you up to date with all kinds of other scorelines as they happen. It's a bit of a graphical display. If anyone's in the chat that came by and watched the show, let everybody know how amazing it was. It was pretty good. That's pretty good. And also, just off the cuff here, I am doing my FIFA. That's right. Okay, Conor Gallagher. He's over at Charlton. He started the season, started his thing absolutely brilliant, scoring goals, creating chances, and he's a good young prospect. Obviously, Charlton didn't really bring that many players in, in the summer, and I thought he's done pretty good as well. How far will West Brom go unbeaten? Do you see Huddersfield still going down? Oh, there's 2 double bubbles there. I think West Brom have started. They've surprised me a little bit, to be honest with you. I thought Slaven Bilic would struggle, but so far they're scoring goals, creating all kinds of problems, and they are doing absolute bits. I think, let's have a quick look at their next few matches. So they take on who they've got next. So QPR next. I see them. Yeah, Leeds. I think they'll slip up against Leeds. I think it'll be a good game. I think it'll be tight. It might be a 2-1 win. So I think they will choke a little bit at Leeds. So they do have a rough patch coming up. So I don't think it'll go. Do I think Sunderland or Stoke? I think one of those could go down. I don't think both would go down. I don't know. Huddersfield need to get a result and quick. Liam Scott. Liam Scott. What was your question? Do I think they can get in the playoffs? I don't know. I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I think we're looking good right now. We do need to see where we are in December. I still think top 10 is our aim. The word in my ear is that we're trying to sort out Dak for another contract extension to maybe see him stay with us for another season. Also, why are you doing Sunderland and Blackburn? I did Rovers last season, FIFA 19. It was good, but I don't want to be the same old. It'll be the same players, the same stuff, same teams. It's the Championship. If we'd somehow got relegated or something else, then I would have done it again. But it's the same as we did last season. What are my thoughts on Luton? I think they've done amazing to get where they are so far. I remember them. I'm an old man. Believe it or not, I am an old man. I do remember them when they were in the Championship last time, a long time ago, and they deserve to be there. And they've just had a bit of a roller coaster, a hard roller coaster of life in the Football League and also the non-Football League. So yeah, I love seeing them back where they belong in my eyes. I think they started the season okay, and the wheels are coming off for them as well. And I do expect them to be flirting with relegation, possibly go down as well. What are my thoughts on Charlton's next fixtures? What is Charlton's next fixtures? Well, Charlton have got a rough ride right now. They're looking over their shoulders, and I think they're going to be. I think the good start's going to hold them well in the long term. Leeds, Swansea, Fulham, Derby, goodness gracious, Bristol City, West Brom, holy crap. North End. You're in. If you're a Charlton fan, I think you're going to be lucky to pick up some points along the way. If you could pick up the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. If you could pick up 5 points out of those 7 games, you'll be lucky. You will be lucky. I think you're in a bit of bother. What have we got? If you had to pick the Championship top now in a 4-3-3, who would you have? Team of the season? Well, that's a very good question. I think I need a bit of time on that one. What do you think about Man United? Are they the mid-table at best? The Man United are in a mess right now. I don't know, and it seems to be a bit of chaos with them, with Ollie. I'm a fan of Ollie. I think he did great with it when he was under the caretaker role. The shit's just hit the fan for him. I don't think he's had the good pre-season and bringing in the players that he wants. I still think there's a lot of what's the word? Bad seeds in the cap that are causing all kinds of problems. I think they're in a mess, and they are. I think Leicester are a better side than them. I know they lost to them. I just think they're going to be in for a rough ride this season, and ultimately, I think Solskjaer will lose his job over it. You know, it's because Man United are used to top 6, top 4 Championship winning side or Premier League winning sides. You know what I mean? They're used to all that, and I think this season could be a rough one, and it could be a crash down to earth for them, and they need to clean house big time. But anyway, I don't know if I got all your questions right or answered them. But anyway, I love it. I love the little Q&A. I've always wanted to do a Q&A. I've tried to do a Q&A before, and no one participated. Who do I see going up? Oh, I think West Brom right now look good, really good. Leeds will probably be in the mix. Now, this is just going from off the cuff. I've made my early predictions as well. I think Leeds and West Brom are in good shape. As for the rest, Fulham need to turn themselves around a little bit as well. I say Leeds, I say West Brom. Could it be North End's year? Could it be Preston North End's year? I don't know. What was the last match, Rovers match you saw live? Well, I was actually, not live, as in at Ewood Park. We went last year. I saw the West Brom game, actually. It was on New Year's, was it New Year's Day? We won 2-1. So that was because we obviously come in the US, so it's difficult. We were supposed to go to the Newcastle FA Cup game, had tickets and everything. I actually gave them away, or tried to give them away on Facebook because I was ill, couldn't make the travel, and we flew out the next day early. So that was that. Anyway, make sure you come around and stop by on the Twitch stream on Saturday if you're bored, and also I'll be back tomorrow. If you've got any more questions for me, save them for tomorrow. Who's going down? I'm gonna go Huddersfield. Charlton, no, Huddersfield, Luton, Reading, one of those, something like that. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe. Back very, very soon, and hopefully this will be my outro. Much love, do love these kind of stuff, and I'll hope to see you tomorrow with the Premier League picks. Thanks. Like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.